So this is a break. I believe most majority of us will know this already, so there will be no point of wasting much time on this. However, there are some things you will need to learn with this. So first thing first is this. Now this break that happened, you need to check once it breaks like this and a swing leg is forming here. You need to check and confirm if the swing leg is reacting from a valid key level, right? So if it's reacting from a valid key level here, then it means this zone is a bit stronger, meaning that if price takes this high, which happens to be a shift in structure or change of character or market structure shift, as the case may be, it means that price might likely continue and go to the upside. However, if after this break we have price come take out this high and this swing point that was forming, right, did not mitigate any valid key level, what does this tell us? It tells us that this might likely serve as area of inducement, right? So which means by implication we'll need to pick a key level that is around this high, that's above this high. So this whole area becomes the value area or area of interest. And this holds what are the characteristics of all of this? Characteristics of all of this is, one is fair value gap MSNR, which is OCL classic MSNR, right? So in this case, if this happens, our expectation is actually price to take this. However, if after price takes this gain, let's assume that price took out this and react from a value left, what are we expecting? We're expecting that price, we're just expecting or waiting for price. So if price peradventure takes this high, this becomes what? This becomes a normal change of character or market structure shift, right? This becomes a market structure. Now when this happens, what is our next point of liquidity? Where is our next liquidity? Our next liquidity is the next strong, or should I call it strong, the next swing high, not just any swing high, major swing high, let's call it a major swing. That's where you are anticipating price to go to take out. So when that happens, the next thing that could happen is price could literally reverse. Now this is it. I will say this again. So assuming this is your market structure shift and there was a mitigation of a key level, once this happens, price will not sell, continue to sell until it takes out the second high. So we want to see something like this. Want to see something like this, not that. Want to see something like this, a change of character. Or before that happens, let's do something. Yes, something like this. So we have what this as a change of character. Now I'm saying now that once you see this change, there is 80% chance or up to 90% chance that price will come and take out this first. So if you see this price does this, your next target is going to be this. Now what happens if this high is taken? Once this high is taken, everything above that high becomes your fair value gap MSNR key levels, right? Could be order block as it were, but if it's order block, it's also the same thing as MSNR because it's literally the same thing. Like let me show you an instance. So this, for example, this is an order block. So this whole zone is actually the order block. Why? Because it's just one candle. So this is supposed to be the last bullish candle before the sell. So this is actually the order block. However, as you can see, there are two consecutive candles. So these two candles are order block. So if we go to 30 minutes, you will see that it's just one bullish candle that is there, right? Right, this is it. Yes, this is it. Can see it. So that's the order block. In fact, for this 30 minutes, this whole zone becomes the order block. And as you can see, when price came, that was where price tapped right there, right? So this is just a passive emission for you to understand what I mean by the value area. So once this happens, the next thing you want to see is once this high, okay, price takes this high and takes this high. So the next information you want to get is where is price likely to react from. Yeah, so you sell it into this. Do you understand? Is it clear? Oh, okay. So that's just the frame. Now you might say, how would this be helpful to? This will really be helpful to you sincerely. Whether you use MSNR or not, this is still going to be very useful to you. So let's use this for. We have the break, of course, we have multiple break, price trading to the downside, and we have a break here, right? So what I'm saying now is that where is our hello? Can you still hear? Can you guys hear me? So let's do this. So as I was saying, for example, this is a market structure shift. So what we need to check is this reacting from a key level? So assuming that this is the time frame we want to do, we need to check if this is reacting from a key level, right? So as you could see in this scenario, it's not really coming from any key level that is close by, which means our anticipation actually is so that price will trade down and take this low, right? Meaning this low might not really be as strong as it should be because there is nothing supporting it here. However, we must also have in mind that when that is happening, we also need to check the opposing side of the market. And probably you might want to check the if you want, you can also check a much higher time frame to see what price is now. So if I assume that okay, price might want to come take this low, what will I do? It means that I'm going to look for a way to sell. Now how do I look for the sell? First thing first is this. Remember, I made mention that if price give a change of character or market structure shift like this, right, this is one, it means the nearest target is going to be the next swing. So could this be the next swing? This is actually in the same. Yes. What's happening? Your screen is moving. I don't know. Is it moving now? Yeah. So we need to check now. When this happens, this, of course, this is actually high. This is actually the next high. So you might want to wait for price to come take this high. So if price takes this high, you can start looking for sell. So everything here becomes our value area. Everything here. So how do you start looking for your levels? Of course, key levels. So in this case, so I prefer it like if my structure is on 15 minutes, I need to look for my key level on the 1 hour. If my structure is on 1 hour, I need to look for my key level on 4 hours. You understand? Time frame my life. Right, so in this case, this was level. So of course, this was the closest key level on the 1 hour. Of course, then for me, this is another one. Of course, this is a QM. This is actually the closest, but this one looks a bit. So what you will need to do in cases like this, or in literally almost all the cases, it's wise that you wait for confirmation. Confirmation will save you from a whole lot, because most times price really retrace back. So use 15 minutes or 5 minutes for confirmation. And what are you looking out for? You are looking for just simple break and retest, or simple break, inducement and retest. You understand? So of course, this was a sweep. This is more like a sweep to that level, and this was the break, market structure shift. And of course, to get a stronger level, this you have to pick an inducement, right? So of course, this is a valid, this one, because the valid pullback, this is a valid pullback, so it is an inducement. Then of course, what do you want to do? It means we are actually entering on this time frame, because these are confirmation time frame, right? So you can enter on the QM or on the apex. QM and apex can move price to opposite direction. Any of the two can move price to the opposite direction. QM, apex can move price to direction. Now let me show us something else about OCL. I will do that very, very quickly, right? I might not go in depth on it, maybe in subsequent lessons. Now take notes. OCL that are very, very strong. What are these characteristics of a strong OCL? One, it should have at least 3 consecutive candles. For example, 1, 2, 3. You have 3 consecutive candles. Then second, it should not have an equilibrium. When I say equilibrium, what do I mean? This is what I mean. So if this is my OCL level, if I go to a correlating time frame, an equilibrium time frame is like 1 time divide that time frame by 2. So if I go to 1 minute, for example, that level, if I see MSNR, right, this is the level. So okay, this scenario now, this is a strong OCL. Why? Because it has a classic key level. So this becomes a strong OCL for us. Right now, let me show you something. If peradventure you had come down and you still found an open close level, then that zone is not really strong. Do you understand? So you can use this logic to avoid some unnecessary setups. There are setups that gives headache. There are setups that you enter into. Okay, so I just hope you've learned. If you have a question, I think I just did this for you guys. I'm actually physically a bit physically tired. So this trade, this trade is the same logic. Of course, you saw me, I took the buys. Yes, I took the buy. I made money from the buys, of course. I deleted it. You saw it on the Telegram chat. I took the buy. How did I take this buy? Well, it's a long story. It's actually a long story. It's quite different from what I just showed us now, but we can connect the dots. Okay, so first thing first, I think there was actually a 4-hour CRT. There was a 4-hour CRT. Let's go to 4 hours, but it wasn't 4 hours I used. It wasn't the 4 hour, so that's why we will not go there. Let me show you what I did. Is this same logic? Okay, now this particular buy, I missed the buy. I missed this buy. I actually missed this buy, but there was one buy here. There's a buy here. Yes, from here I took this buy. Now let me show you something else. I'm going to say this passively. Even if this is the only thing you learn this video, go and backtest it and add it to influence. Get understand better. Now, anytime you want to take a trade, for example, I had an idea that okay, price is going to react from any of this week, right? There are other factors that I checked in, which I will not be able to mention here because of time right now, but I will show you this one. It will really help you. Now let's say this is our key level, right? And assuming you were waiting for a mission, or maybe you just see this particular setup, one first thing you want to check is if there was a CRT. Now, what do I mean by CRT? I know it's a common term now, but before CRT came, this was what we call the ICT turtle soup, right? Yeah, that's when a candle takes a previous candle. It means liquidity on this candle have been swept. Now, take note of what I'm saying. If this same candle closes above a QM level, it means that QM level is very strong. Now, what if it does not close out just like in this scenario? Ensure that the next one closes above it. That engulfs it. So if it does like this, you see that's a QM, right? That's a QM after this level have been broken anyway, but that's the best way to explain. So this is let's say this is support, rather resist. It's the same thing. This was a support, broken is still support. So support, right? So this was support, price closed above the support, but and that's why I just call it a QM, right? But it becomes a valid QM when price closes above the swing that formed this leg. But what I'm showing us now is that price might not really close above the swing first before it uses it, except price did not use it. Then when it comes again, it might likely use it. Let me give you an example. See this one. This is an example, right? Of course, like I said, I did not enter this one. I missed it, right? I missed it, or I think I was a bit if I should enter it, but I took a buy here. Of course, I sent it to give about good amount of risk reward, up to almost 1 to 7 or so. So that's 1 to 6 or 1 to 7, right? So let me show you something else. No, I'm not showing us something else so that I absorb these ones first. So basically, I was looking to sell this level because I felt that liquidity had been swept here, or because this was a valid level, and I think it was one of these levels, probably on the 30 minutes that I used. Yeah, yes, 30 minutes here. Yes. So you see, there's nothing I could have actually done except maybe I considering this high as my liquidity. Of course, this was taken. I took this one as my. Now this brings us back to that first thing I showed us, that if price gives a market structure shift, it might likely test high, right? However, this is time frame fractality. Yes, time frame being fractal on a 15 minutes. It's not really the 15 minutes, because we have a high, we have an possibility that price will sell here was also. So this is it. It's not to show you how perfect my entries can be. It's just to get frame and start working on. So add this to what you know, and let's get it works. So that's what's on mind, guys. Thank you. I hope you've learned something.
Hello, good evening, sir. So I don't be talk me. I'm an SMC trader. So I just recently discovered about Alchemist Strategy. So I made research about Alchemist Strategy, and love with rated Komepips. That I should go to Komepips YouTube channel to watch.
You
So
said
I
what?
have like.
No, come again. What did you say?
Sir?
What did you say?
So I hope, okay, can you hear me now?
Yes.
Okay, I just discovered about Alchemist Strategy, although I'm an SMC trader. So I'll be browsing online, like making research about Alchemist traders and all of that. The best that I know that Alchemist Strategy with the high win rate, and everything was just directing back to prove that.
Komepips.
Sir, what do you say?
Komepips. It's called Komepips.
Komepips. So I've watched a lot of things like this. I internet this so on Sunday.
Oh,
Then
okay.
I was big.
Awesome.
Downloaded all of them. Watched about doing.
So
Okay. So the thing is, I've been following your stories back and it breaks down what I need to know about alchemist strategy. Even though what someone else or your teaching made it more understandable that all what I've been watching so far, so now I've been proud about alchemist strategy.
awesome. Okay, thank you.
So thank you very much, sir. But I just when I started, I did some feedback test actually. Like today, that last week Friday, I said, "What I also feeling it right now." I did a particular trade, a live trade on Angola. Although the government have paid it very so for the illegal business, you start to right. So what I need to ask now is how can I do it? Because I'm really interested in this automation. Although the win rate is higher, I don't know how to be more simple.
Yes, it is.
Not too complex.
It's one thing you get internship is that you have everything a systematic way, like from start to finish, like after this, enter this, after this, enter this. You get to okay, what time frame for storage, what time frame for breakout, what time for inducement, what time frame should you look for structure, what time frame should you use for edge, right? Things like that. Then what's type of key level should you use for longer trades, what kind of key should you have, what things like that. That's what you learn the Komepips mentorship, things like that. You get to understand all of these things in more systematic manner. Right? Yeah, of course, you can always learn from myself. I always say, all the true best is mentorship. So I have less than a to end this. If you want to join my mentorship is about 3 hours. So
for how many months, sir?
it's lifetime access. Then get access. Yes, till stand out to three. Down. It also have. If I literally open at very first. Alright, so the meeting is set. So see you guys on the profitable set. Thanks so much for joining in tonight. I appreciate you. Thank you. Yes. If you have questions, just if you have questions, drop it in Telegram. Have a nice night.